easy, partner! Hello, and welcome back to the Thirsty Foreman channel. So if you're liking the content, please smash that like and subscribe button. So it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. And hopefully, over time, it's going to help that algorithm and smash this channel and get it up in the popularity. And that's what we all want to see. So today's video, it's going to be a series of videos that we're going to be doing over the course of time. And this is for Saints away day content. So yeah, wherever Saints are playing away from home, that's where I want to go, and that's where I want to have a pint. So in today's video, we're in Ipswich. We've gone to the BriarBank Brewing Company. This is a microbrewery that's been set up in 2013. And it's been steadily building up, steadily getting more popular over time, until it's won a number of awards in 2022. So let's go in there, let's check it out. I'll see you on the other side. So, BriarBank Brewing Company is a microbrewery based in Ipswich, very close to the marina. And I had to check it out because the road it's on is surely named after me, Fore Street. So let's take you for a bit of a tour and show you what this place is all about. As you can see on the board now, there's a selection of 5 cask beers and ciders and 11 keg beers and ciders. Not a huge amount to choose from specifically in the cask range. That wasn't a worry to me, as I'm not a fan of cask beers at all. And even when coming to the ciders, I'm very much a Lily Ciders hater. So, all in all, I think there's a very good selection of beers for you to choose from if you want to go to this place. So let's jump now straight to the review where I tried a hop to it beer. We're going to be we are in Ipswich and we're at the BriarBank Brewing Company. We're going to be trying this double dry hops IPA, and this is called Hop to It. It's a 6.2%. Going to give it a go. It's at £6.50, I believe. So let's give it a taste. Reviewing the pint, it was nice. I would have appreciated a bit more head of it next time. But yeah, it's good, strong, it's bold. I do like it, but I think I would rate the complex a lot higher. Off camera, I tried the Grapefruit IPA, which is a 4.5% IPA brewed in the house at £5.80 a pint. And I must say this is way better than the Hot to It beer tried on camera just now. Due to the lower alcohol content, I felt I could taste the beer more than just the alcohol, and I could taste how much fruitier it was, especially with those notes of grapefruit. And this is a huge plus for me when I'm tasting a beer. This did border on wetting the whistle in my humble opinion. Before moving on to the food, I thought I'd mention the merch and the beer hampers that they had on offer, which I thought was a pretty cool addition. Especially the beer hamper, as I'm a sucker for a beautiful looking beer glass. Moving on to the food, looking at this side of the menu, there is a mixture of small plates, starters, salads and bigger plates to share amongst mates. I would have shown you the other side, where the mains and puds were, but I was a spanner and forgot to do so. But to describe these, I'd say there was a mixture between classic pub grub and things a bit alternative for a pub. For example, a whole sea bass being available. Although there was a homemade tiramisu to choose, which has got to be my favourite dessert, we decided not to eat here because we thought the prices were a bit steep compared to other local places. But the fact that the pub did do food was at least a plus. A final mention before we get to the final review. I thought it'd be good to mention that although we didn't explicitly ask bar staff if dogs were allowed in the pub, there was a garden area downstairs that looked like the place you would go if you were coming with them, whilst upstairs would be kept pooch free. Now let's move to the main review. Thirsty Foreman here. We are back at the hotel now after doing our beer review. So we're in Ipswich, as I mentioned earlier, but we decided to come back to the hotel now because the football's on tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So we went out tonight instead to rate the beers. So as you know earlier, we're at the BriarBank Brewing, and I want to do a good review and encompass all of the stuff that we encountered. So before I get into that, just want to say we've had a little bit of the look over the scoring system, and I want to make it a bit more refined and retuned. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be scoring each of the four elements, and I'm going to show that on the screen for you now. So please take a look at and pause the video if you want to look at this in further detail. But anyway, let's go into the first scoring area, which was the beer. We saw on offer 11 different keg beer options, and I believe it was 5 different cask beer options. So by looking at both of these all together, I thought there was a lot of good variety, a lot of good options there. So due to the variety on offer, I'll be giving it a 0.5 plus in that direction. So when I did the downing of the beer review, I found this a little bit. I didn't massively enjoy it that much. So I found it okay, but I found it a little bit too strong. But I didn't find it that refreshing, that fruity, and that's normally the sort of stuff that I like when I'm going to rate a beer. So therefore, I gave that a 6.2 myself in the ratings. Off camera, I took a picture of this, as you saw earlier. But I did try the grapefruit IPA, and this was a lot better. I thought it was a lot more fruitier, a lot more zesty, and a lot more refreshing. So therefore, I gave this a 7.2 for rating. So when I go in and therefore look at the average, I gave this a 6.9 as a result out of 10. Moving on to the food. So the food, when we had a look on offer, we did see that they did do food, and that was a good positive, and we're glad to see that. So at least it does get a score out of 5. So it does get a score of 5 out of 10, based on the fact that it does food altogether. But we had a look at other establishments, and we decided for the cost and what was on offer there, we would go to somewhere that was local down the road for slightly better value money, and the quality and what was on offer I felt was a lot better. So that's what we decided to do. Therefore, I'm going to be keeping that average score of 5 out of 10. Moving on then to the cleanliness. So the cleanliness of the place I felt was very, very good. There was nothing, the taps looked okay to me, had a nice clean glass, clean table, and then getting reviews of the toilets from another one of the people that I know, gave good reviews of the toilets, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So therefore I gave that a good solid 8 out of 10. Finally then, moving on to the vibes. So first of all, the vibes in there, firstly, you could see the football you could watch the football, which I think is a good plus point if people do want to watch the football and the sport that's on offer. And as well as that, I did feel that the place was quite warm and quite welcoming, but it wasn't, I wouldn't say like absolutely heaving and buzzing in that place. I do feel like it could have been a bit more bouncing in that area, considering it was a Saturday night. And as well as that, I would have liked some more aesthetics, like being able to see some of the beer barrels, for example. So putting that all in together, I would be giving that, I believe, around a 6.1 out of 10. So therefore, when I'm going through and I'm rating this all together, I'm giving this total rating of 6.5 out of 10. And you can see where this ranks on the leaderboards right now on your screens. So yes, please let me know whether you have been here before or not, whether you agree or disagree with the scores, and please also let me know whether you've enjoyed the content or not. And also, if you are enjoying the content, please also show that by liking and subscribing to the channel and putting on the bell for your notifications on the videos. Until then, I'm Thirsty Foreman. It's over and out.